Hey you guys, happy Christmas. Today I'm going to make my world famous chocolate delight. I've been making this for about, probably 30 years. It's crazy to think. But I've been making this for about 30 years, since I was about 14 years old. So, and it's funny, whenever I would make it, my grandmother would always put a little piece of tape over half and mark it off and say that that was her half. So it's really yummy. Let's go ahead and get started with the recipe. So what you're going to need is all of this right here. All of these things. If you want to pause it, you can go ahead and grab that really quick. Grab it! Anyway, let's get started, okay? First off, we're going to make the crust. So I've already pre-softened 2 sticks of butter. I have my flour and my pecans here, so let's get started. So first off, I'm going to take this butter and just drop it here into this lovely. So I went ahead and pre-softened this butter. It's been sitting out for a little while. It's room temperature now, so it makes it a million times easier to work with. So definitely pre-plan and bring your butter out. Let it get to room temperature because it will make this so much easier. Next, we're going to add in our flour. I like to do a little bit at a time. It makes it a bit easier to get it mixed in and not, oh, I preheated the oven already, so it's letting me know that it's ready. So mixing it with a fork is a lot easier. I like to just get a little bit of flour incorporated. That helps the butter to not stick to the edges. And then once I do that, I pull the spatula out and move to a fork, which really helps to kind of break everything up and help it kind of crumble. And just keep working in the flour. I like to just mix it until I get it, you know, as good as it's gonna mix with a fork, because I don't like to spend a ton of time trying to break this down with a fork. I'm not a professional chef, however, I am pretty good at baking. And the fun part. So I don't chop these fine. I kind of chop them so that they have some fine pieces and some thicker pieces. I like to taste the nuts, and not just taste them. I want to actually have some pecans actually, you know, come through in the mix and not just have a pecan flavored crust. So I'm just going to go through and lightly chop these, get some finer pieces and leave some thicker pieces. I'll kind of show you what I mean once I get there. Now I just like to go through and make sure there's no huge pieces, and I just break those up with my fingers. Alright y'all, so now I grabbed a wooden spoon. I'm going to use the wooden spoon to work these pecans into the crumble. It'll really kind of help it crumble up a bit more, adding a bit more of a dry mix, or dry ingredient into the mix. But anyway, this is going to make the most delicious crust. I am such a mess maker today. Thank goodness this counter's clean. So yeah, just mix the nuts in pretty well. They're not going to really stick in here. You really just want them to kind of be nicely distributed. And then we're going to move this into this 13 by 9 glass baking dish. So just going to get everything poured out into here. I do somewhere between 3/4 and a cup of nuts for this mixture. And then you just press it all out into the bottom of the pan here. And then just, just use your fingers to work it through so that you can spread it completely out. And then we're going to bake it off. Now this is going into the oven. About 15 minutes at 350 degrees or until it's golden brown. Now I saved a little extra of this dough to make. I'm going to split this in half, and then in half again, and the same thing here. So I made 4 little balls. I'm going to press these into the bottom of these little ramekins and make little individual ones here as well. Alright, let me pop these on a tray and get these in the oven as well. Okay, so while that is in the oven, we're going to start on part number 2. I'm going to be using my handy dandy stand mixer here. I call her Joanne. This was my mother-in-law's mixer before she passed away, and it's pretty special to me. It has a story to it. Maybe I'll tell it to you some other time. I'm going to be doing a lot of baking this holiday season, so you'll be seeing Joanne a lot. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to the second part of this. We're going to be mixing up some cream cheese and getting that nice and whipped up, and then we'll get to the next part of the recipe. Got my cream cheese here. Just get that opened up and into the mixer. I'm going to dump this in. And let's get to blending that up. We're just going to get it nice and creamy. So we're doing 1.5 cups of Cool Whip. Just gonna pop it back in the fridge. We're gonna need it again later. And to this mixture now, we're gonna add some powdered sugar, 1 cup. Again, I'm gonna add this in a little bits because it can tend to make quite a mess. This is just a cup of powdered sugar. And you can already see the dust flying everywhere. So I'm just gonna turn this on really low and let it slowly incorporate. We're just waiting for the crust to cool now so we can spread this on top. We're going to be making a couple of Jell-O packs. We're going to just be mixing them together. I'm going to do it here in the KitchenAid in my little Joanne. That just makes it easier. And yeah, let's get that mixed up real quick. And just put some fresh concealer over the top of this. Alright, into the fridge it goes. Alright y'all, it's cool. So we're gonna go ahead and spread the first layer over it. Alright y'all, the final layer of this concoction is just a bit more whipped cream. For garnish, I just do a little bit of chocolate syrup. Not a lot, just drizzle. Now I'm just going to take a kitchen knife and a wet paper towel and just pull that through. Then I spin it. And do it again, except for just in the middle, and I'm going to wipe this off clean now. So other direction. Let's don't forget about these minis that I did. Alright you guys, it is time to taste this lovely creation. I have given it time to chill in the refrigerator. Well, that was hard. But it is nice and cool and nice and set up, and it is ready to enjoy. So let's take a taste test. Oh wait, maybe I should try this chocolate first. Messy, but so good. I mean, it's just milk chocolate, but milk chocolate's delicious. I'm gonna put this petal aside. So let's officially dig in. Got some of everything on the spoon. This is a big bite. Oh well. This is amazing. You get the crunchiness from the pecans and the flakiness from the crust down there, and then richness from the chocolate pudding, but then also a little tartness and sweetness from the cream cheese and Cool Whip mixture, and then the Cool Whip on top is so light and airy. Let's just try one more bite. You guys have got to try making this. It's super easy to make, and it is amazingly delicious. Everyone will think that you spent a ton of time on it. It is super good, and you will totally impress your family. So I'm gonna finish this now, and I'm gonna talk to you guys later. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you in the next video.
Merry Christmas to everyone.